shut down the main reactor core, we'll be destroyed for sure. This is madness. We're doomed. There will be no escape for the princess this time.
R2-D2, where are you? At last! Where have you been? They're heading in this direction. What are we gonna do? We'll be sent to the spice mines of Kessel, or smashed into who knows what. Wait a minute. Where are you going?
The Death Star plans are not in the main computer.
Where are those plans you intercepted? What have you done with those plans? We intercepted no transmissions. This is a consular ship. We're on a diplomatic mission. If this is a consular ship, where is the ambassador? Commander, tear this ship apart until you found those plans, and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
There's one set for Star. She'll be alright. Inform Lord Vader we have a prisoner.
Hey, you're not permitted in there. It's restricted. You'll be deactivated for sure. Don't you call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight blob of grease. Now come out before someone sees you. Secret mission? What plans? What are you talking about? I'm not getting in there. I'm gonna regret this. There goes another one.
Hold your fire. There are no life forms and must have short-circuited.
That's funny. The damage doesn't look so bad from out here. Are you sure this thing is safe?
Vader, only you could be so bold. The Imperial Senate will not sit still for this when they heard you've attacked the diplomatic.
Don't act so surprised, Your Highness. You weren't on any mercy mission this time. Several transmissions were beamed to the ship by rebel spies. I want to know what happened to the plans they sent you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
You are part of a rebel alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
Holding her is dangerous. If word of this gets out, it could generate sympathy for the rebellion in the Senate.
I've traced the rebel spies to her. Now she's my only link to finding their secret base.
She'll die before she'll tell you anything.
Leave that to me. Send a distress signal, then inform the Senate that all aboard were killed.
Lord Vader, the battle station plans are not aboard this ship. No transmissions were made. An escape pod was jettisoned during the fighting, but no life forms were on board.
She must have hidden the plans in the escape pod. Send a detachment down to retrieve them. See to it personally, Commander. There'll be no one to stop us this time.
Spiel ko da ejo. Ya mata tamawazo. Eva.
Conk. Conk. Concrete, concrete.
R2? R2D2, it is you! It is you!
Someone was in the pod. The tracks go off in this direction.
Look, sir! Droids!
We've stopped. Wake up! Wake up! We're doomed! Do you think they'll let us out? Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Will this never end?
Yeah, all right, fine. Let's go.
Luke? Tell Uncle if he gets a translator to make sure it speaks Bocce.
Doesn't look like I have much of a choice, but we'll remind him.
But
Yeah, I'll take the red one.
Yeah.
No, not that one. You. I suppose you're programmed for etiquette and protocol.
Why, protocol? It is my primary function. I am well versed in all customs.
I have no need for a protocol droid.
Of course not, sir. Not in an environment like this. That's why I've been programmed to...
What I really need is a droid who understands the binary language of moisture evaporators.
Evaporators? Why, sir, my first job was programming binary load lifters. Very similar to your evaporators in most respects.
Can you speak Bocce?
Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me.
All right, shut up. I'll take this one. Luke, take these two over to the garage, will you? I want them cleaned up before dinner.
But I was going into Tashi Station to pick up some power converters.
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Now, come on, get to it.
All right, come on. And the red one, come on. Well, come on, Red, let's go. McClellan.
Yeah?
This R2 unit has a bad motivator, look.
Hey, what are you trying to push on us?
Excuse me, sir, but that R2 unit is in prime condition. A real bargain.
McClellan, what about that one?
What about that blue one? We'll take that one.
I'm quite sure you'll be very pleased with that one, sir. He really is in prime condition. Oh, here he comes now.
Okay, let's go.
Now, don't you forget this. Why I should stick my neck out for you is really beyond my capacity.
Thank the maker, this oil bath's gonna feel so good. I got such a bad case of dust contamination I can barely move.
It just isn't fair. Biggs was right. I'm never gonna get out of here.
Is there anything I might do to help?
Well, not unless you can alter time, speed up the harvest, or teleport me off this rock.
I don't think so, sir. I'm only a droid and not very knowledgeable about such things. Not on this planet, anyways. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure which planet I'm on.
If there's a bright center of the universe, you're on the planet that's farthest from.
I see, sir.
You can call me Luke.
I see, Sir Luke.
Just Luke.
And I'm C-3PO, Human Cyborg Relations Bud. That's my counterpart, R2-D2.
Hello.
Beep-a-doo-boop.
Looks like you have a lot of carbon scoring. Seems like you guys have seen a lot of action.
With all we've been through, sometimes I'm amazed we're in as good condition as we are, what with the rebellion and all.
You know about the rebellion against the Empire?
That's how we came to be in your service, if you take my meaning, sir.
Have you been in many battles?
Several, I think. Actually, there's not much to tell. I'm not much more than an interpreter. Not very good at telling stories. Well, not at making them interesting anyways.
Well, my little friend, you've got something jammed in there real good. Are you on a cruiser or something?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
What's that?
Beep-boo-doo-boop. What is what? He asked you a question. What is that? Ba-doo-boop. Oh, he says it's nothing, sir. Merely a malfunction. Old data. Pay it no mind.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
She's beautiful. Who is she?
I'm afraid I'm not quite sure, sir.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
I think she was a passenger on our last voyage. A person of some importance, I believe. Our captain was attached to...
Is there any more of this recording?
Boo-boop. Behave yourself, R2. You're gonna get us into trouble. It's alright. You can trust him. He's our new master. Beep boop 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 boop. He says he's a property of Obi-Wan Kenobi, a resident of these parts, and it's a private message for him. Quite frankly, sir, I don't know what he's talking about. Our last master was Captain Antilles, but what with all we've been through, this little R2 unit has become a bit eccentric.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. I wonder if he means old Ben Kenobi.
I beg your pardon, sir, but do you know who he's talking about?
Well, I don't know anyone named Obi-Wan, but old Ben lives out beyond the Dune Sea. He's kind of a strange old hermit.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
I wonder who she is. Sounds like she's in trouble. I better play back the whole thing.
Boop. He says the restraining bolt has short-circuited his recording system. He suggests that if you remove the bolt, he might be able to play back the entire recording.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess you're too small to run away on me if I take this off. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Where'd she go? Bring her back. Play back the entire message.
Boop boop. What message? The one you're carrying inside your rusty innards.
Luke?
All right, I'll be right there, Aunt Beru.
I'm sorry, sir, but he appears to have picked up a slight flutter.
All right, I'll be right back. See what you can do with them.
Be-doo-boop. Just you reconsider playing that message for him. Be-doo-boop-boop. No, I don't think he likes you at all. Boop-boop. Nope, I don't like you either. Boop.
You know, I think the R2 unit we bought might have been stolen.
What makes you think that?
Well, I stumbled across a recording while I was cleaning him. He says he belongs to someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi. I thought he might have met old Ben. Do you know what he's talking about? Well, I wonder if he's related to Ben.
That old man's just a crazy old wizard. Tomorrow I want you to take that R2 unit into the Anchorhead and have its memory flushed. That'll be the end of it. It belongs to us now.
But what if this Obi-Wan comes looking for him?
He won't. I don't think he exists anymore. He died about the same time as your father.
He knew my father?
I told you to forget it. Your only concern is to prepare the new droids for tomorrow. In the morning, I want them on the South Ridge working out those condensers.
Yes, sir. I think those new droids are gonna work out fine. In fact, I was also thinking about our agreement about my staying on another season. And if these new droids do work out, I want to transmit my application to the academy this year.
You mean the next semester before harvest?
Sure. There's more than enough droids.
Harvest is when I need you the most. Only one more season. This year we'll make enough on the harvest so I'll be able to hire some more hands. And then you can go to the academy next year. You must understand, I need you here, Luke.
But it's a whole nother year.
Look, it's only one more season.
Yeah, that's what you said last year when Biggs and Tank left.
Where are you going?
Looks like I'm going nowhere. I have to finish cleaning those droids.
Oh, and he can't stay here forever. Most of his friends have gone. It means so much to him. I'll make it up to him next year, I promise. Luke's just not a farmer. Owen has too much of his father in him. That's what I'm afraid of.
What are you doing, honey, in there?
Please don't deactivate me, sir. I tried to get him not to go, but he was faulty, malfunctioning, kept going on about some mission.
Oh no.
This R2 unit has always been a problem. These astro droids are getting out of control. Even I don't understand their logic at times.
How did I be so stupid? He's no one's right. Blasted.
Beg your pardon, sir, but shouldn't we go after him?
It's too dangerous with all the same people around. We'll have to wait till morning.
I'm turning down the power for the night.
Okay, I'll be there in a few minutes. Boy, am I gonna get it. You know that little droid is gonna cause me a lot of trouble.
Oh, he excels at that, sir.
Luke! 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 Have you seen Luke this morning?
He said he had some things to do before he started today.
He take those two new droids with him?
I think so.
Well, he better have those units repaired on the South Range before noon, or there's going to be hell to pay.
Look, there's a droid on the scanner, dead ahead. It might be our little R2 unit. Hit the accelerator. Whoa, where do you think you're going?
Master Luke is your rightful owner now. We'll have no more of this Obi-Wan Kenobi gibberish. Don't talk to me of your mission either. You're fortunate he doesn't blast you into a million pieces right here.
It's all right. But we should get moving. What is it now?
He says there are several creatures approaching from the southeast.
Sand people. Or worse. Come on, let's go check it out. I see two banthas down there, but... Oh, wait a minute. It's sand people, all right. I see one of them now.
Hello there. Come here, my little friend. Don't be afraid. You'll be all right.
Oh, what happened?
Rest easy, son. You've had a long day. You're lucky to be in one piece.
Ben? Ben Kenobi! Oh, boy, am I glad to see you.
The Youngland wastes are not to be traveled lightly. What are you doing out this far?
This little droid seems to be searching for his former master. I've never seen such devotion in a droid before. There's no stopping him. Claims to be property of an Obi-Wan Kenobi? Is that a relative of yours? Do you know what he's talking about?
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
My uncle knew him, but he said he's dead.
Well, he's not dead. Not yet, anyways.
So you do know him?
Well, of course I know him. He's me. But I haven't gone by that name since, before you were born.
So the droid does belong to you?
Droid? I don't seem to recall owning a droid. Interesting. We should get indoors. The sand people are easily startled, but they'll soon be back in greater numbers.
3PO!
Where am I? I must have taken a bad step.
Can you stand? We have to get out of here before the sand people come.
I don't think I can make it. You go on, Master Luke. There's no sense in you risking yourself on my account. I'm done for.
Oh, you're not. What kind of talk is that?
Quickly, they're on the move.
No, my father didn't fight in the wars. He was a navigator on a spice freighter.
That's what your uncle told you. He didn't hold with your father's ideals. Thought he should have stayed here and not gotten involved.
You fought in the Clone Wars?
I was once a Jedi Knight, same as your father.
I wish I'd known him.
He was the best star pilot in the galaxy, and a cunning warrior. I understand you've become quite a good pilot yourself. And a good friend. Which reminds me, I have something here for you. Your father wanted you to have this when you're old enough, but your uncle wouldn't allow. He didn't want you following old Obi-Wan on some old damn fool idealistic crusade like your father did.
Sir, if you'll not be needing me, I can close down for a while. Sure, go ahead. What is it?
Your father's lightsaber, the weapon of a Jedi Knight, not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. For over 1,000 years, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic, before the Dark Times, before the Empire.
How did my father die?
A young Jedi by the name of Darth Vader, who was a pupil of mine until his turn to evil, helped the Empire hunt down and destroy the remaining Jedi Knights. He betrayed and murdered your father, and now the Jedi are all but extinct. Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force.
The Force?
The Force is what gives the Jedi its power. It is an energy field emitted by all living beings. It surrounds us, it penetrates us, and it binds the galaxy together.
Now, let's see if we can figure out what you are, my little friend, and where you come from.
I saw part of her message. She was
General Kenobi.
Years ago, you served my father in the Clone Wars. Now, he begs you to help him in his struggle against the Empire. I regret that I am unable to present my father's request to you in person, but my ship has fallen under attack, and I'm afraid my mission to bring you to Alderaan has failed. I have placed information vital to the survival of the rebellion into the memory systems of this R2 unit. My father will know how to retrieve it. You must see this droid safely delivered to him in Alderaan. This is our most desperate hour. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
You must learn the way of the Force if you are to come with me to Alderaan.
Alderaan? I'm not going to Alderaan. I've got to go home. It's late. I'm already in for it as it is.
I need your help, Luke. She needs your help. I'm getting too old for this sort of thing.
I can't get involved. I've got work to do. It's not that I like the Empire. I hate it. But there's nothing I can do about it right now. It's such a long way from here.
That's your uncle talking.
Oh, God. My uncle. How am I ever going to explain this?
Learn about the Force, Luke.
Look, I can take you as far as Anchorhead. You can get transport there to Mos Eisley or wherever you're going.
You must do what you feel is right, of course.
Until this battle station is fully operational, we are vulnerable. The Rebel Alliance is too well equipped. They're more dangerous than you realize.
Dangerous to your Starfleet commander, not to this battle station.
The rebellion will continue to gain its support in the Imperial Senate as long as
The Imperial Senate will no longer be of any concern to us. I have just received word from the Emperor that the Council has been dissolved. The last remnants of the Old Republic have been swept away.
That's impossible. How will the Emperor maintain control without the bureaucracy?
The regional governors have direct control over territories. Fear is what keeps these local systems in line. Fear of this battle station.
And what of the rebellion? If the rebels have obtained a complete technical read of this station, it is possible, however unlikely, that they may find a weakness and exploit it.
The plans you refer to will soon be back in our hands.
Any attack made by the rebels against this station would be a useless gesture, no matter what technical data they've obtained. This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
Don't be too proud of this technological tail you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped us conjure up the stolen data tape, or given you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Vader, release him.
As you wish.
This bickering is pointless.
Lord Vader will then provide us with the location of the rebel fortress by the time the station is operational. We will then crush the rebellion with one swift stroke.
It sure looks like Sand People did this all right. Look, there are gaffy sticks and bantha tracks. It's just, I've never heard of them hitting anything this big before.
They didn't, but we are meant to think they did. These tracks are side by side. Sand People always travel single file in order to hide their numbers.
These are the same Jawas that sold us R2 and 3PO.
And these blast points, too accurate for Sand People. Only Imperial stormtroopers would be so precise.
Why would Imperial troops want to slaughter Jawas? If they trace the robots here, they may have learned who they sold them to, and that would lead them back home. Wait, Luke, it's too dangerous. Wait! Luke! Wait! It's too dangerous! Uncle Owen! Baru! Uncle Owen!
And now, Your Highness, we're going to discuss the location of your hidden rebel base.
There's nothing you could have done, Luke. Had you have been there, you would have been killed too, and the droids would now be in the hands of the Empire.
I want to come with you to Alderaan. There's nothing here for me now. I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious. How long have you had these droids for?
About 3 or 4 seasons.
They're up for sale if you want them. Let me see your identification.
You don't need to see his identification. We don't need to see his identification.
These are droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
He can go about his business.
You can go about your business.
Move along.
Move along. Move along.
I can't abide those dogs. Disgusting creatures.
Go on, go on. I can't understand how we got past those troops.
Thought we were dead. The Force has a strong influence on the weak-minded. Do you really think we're gonna find a pilot to bring us to Eldrion? Most of the best Fredo pilots to be found here. Only watch your step. This place can be rough. I'm ready for anything.
What?
Your droids, they will have to wait outside. We don't want them here.
Why don't you wait outside, 3PO? We don't want any trouble.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, sir.
He doesn't like you. Sorry. I don't like you either. You just watch yourself. We're wanted men. I have the death sentence on 12 systems. I'll be careful. You'll be dead!
This little one's not worth the effort. Come, let me get you something.
No blasters! No blasters!
I'll be all right.
Chewbacca here is first mate on a ship that might suit us.
I don't like the look of this.
Solo. Chewie here tells me you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system.
Yes, indeed, if it's a fast ship.
Fast ship? You mean you never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Should I have?
She's the one that made the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. I've outrun Imperial starships, not those local bulk cruisers. I'm talking about the big Carillion ships. She's fast enough for you, old man. What's the cargo?
Only passengers, myself, the boy, 2 droids, and no questions asked.
What is it, some kind of local trouble?
Let's just say we'd like to avoid any Imperial entanglements.
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? That's gonna cost you something extra. 10,000 in advance.
10,000? We can almost buy our own ship for that.
Yeah, well, who's gonna fly it for you, kid? You?
You bet I could. I'm not such a bad pilot myself. Just sit here and listen. We'll pay you 2,000 now and 15 once we reach Alderaan.
17, huh? Okay, you got yourself a ship. We'll leave as soon as you're ready. Docking bay 94.
94.
Looks like somebody's beginning to take an interest in your handiwork.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
17,000. These guys must really be desperate. That would really save my neck. Get back to the ship and get her ready.
I have to tell you, Kiro.
That's okay, I'm never coming back to this planet again.
Guna tuna solo?
Yes, Greedo. As a matter of fact, I was just about to go see your boss. Tell Jabba I've got the money.
上皮着嘞，马拉他米 kitchen 啊，是看那把不 shiny，我哪里也哪里是个，嘿嘿嘿嘿，他是那位助手，
Yeah, but this time I've got the money.
他只拉阿科拉一行的关于科萨。
I don't have it with me. Tell Jabba.
真的还可惜。Hukuru ye puyana. Who wanna ati?
Even I get bored sometimes. You think I had a choice?
Te Jabba, ko papa kompa abampa.
Over my dead body?
Hukurume. Bokotu tekenko. Ya Oscar.
Yes, I bet you have.
Pew pew!
Sakaboo? Sorry about the mess.
Resistance to the mind probe is considerable. It will be some time before we can extract any information.
The final checkout is complete. All systems are functional. What course shall we set?
Perhaps we should find an alternative form of persuasion.
What do you mean?
I'm thinking it's time to demonstrate the full power of the station. Set the course to planet Alderaan.
With pleasure.
Lock the door, R2. Check the door. Door secure. On to the next one.
Hi.
I would have much rather gone with Master Luke than stay here with you. I don't know what all the trouble is about, but it must be your fault. What's your language?
He says it's the best he can do. Since the XP-38 came out, there's just no demand.
It will be enough.
Solo. In Akanoya Solo. Solo.
Right here, Jabba. Been waiting for you.
Monawa Dweepy.
You didn't think I was going to run, did you?
Han Mabuki. Tilikalia Duka. Wanta da Mulira. Monkey cheese sa crispa gridu.
Look, Jabba, next time you want to talk to me, come see me yourself. Don't send one of these twerps.
Han. Maki chise. Hasata un. Coltimalia. Yun nita bibliotisa. Slun tuespas ika alwanuk. Yanata punu.
Look, Jabba, even I get bored sometimes.
Ow!
You think I had a choice? But I got a nice, easy charter, and I'll pay you back. Plus a little extra. I just need a little more time.
Han Mabuki. Bardo Dian Boto. Da Ira. Si follow 20. Iyaba.
15, Jabba. Don't push it.
Puto 18. Mi yaba madukimas. If Wang Chi Kop ana green. Namimoto Bunky don't go. What shoulda?
Jabba, you're a wonderful human being.
Baska.
If the ship's as fast as he's boasting, we ought to be okay.
What a piece of junk.
She'll make 0.5 beyond light speed. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. I made a lot of the modifications myself. And if you don't mind, we're in quite a hurry, so open the door.
us out of here!
Oh my, I'd forgotten how much I hate space travel.
It looks like an Imperial cruiser. Our passengers must be hotter than I thought. Try and hold them off, too. Angle the deflector shield while I make the calculations for the jump to light speed. Stay sharp. There are 2 more coming in. They're going to try to cut us off.
Why don't you outrun them? I thought you said this thing was fast.
Watch your mouth, kid, or you're going to find yourself floating home. We'll be safe enough once we make the jump to hyperspace. Besides, I know a few maneuvers. Here's where the fun begins.
How long before you can make the jump to lightspeed?
It'll take a few moments to get the coordinates from the navicomputer.
Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
Traveling through hyperspace isn't like dusting crops, boy. Without precise calculations, we could fly right through a star, or bounce too close to a supernova, and that'd end your trip real quick, wouldn't it?
What's that flashing?
We're losing our deflector shield. Go strap yourself in. I'm going to make the jump to light speed.
Hey Tarkin, we entered the Alderaan system.
Governor Tarkin, I should have expected to find you here, holding Vader's leash. I recognized your foul stench when they brought me on board.
Charming to the last. You don't know how hard I found it signing away the order to terminate your life.
I'm surprised you had the courage to take responsibility yourself.
Princess Leia, before your execution, I would like to make you a guest at a ceremony that will make this battle station operational. No star system will dare oppose the Emperor now.
The more you tighten your grip, Tarkin, the more star systems will slip through your fingers.
Not after we demonstrate the power of this station. In a way, you have determined the choice for the planet that will be destroyed first. Since you are reluctant to provide us with the location of the rebel base, I have chosen to test the station's destructive power on your home planet, Alderaan.
No! Alderaan is peaceful. We have no weapons. You can't possibly...
You'd prefer another target? A military target? Then name the system. I grow tired of asking this, so it'll be the last time. Where is the rebel base?
Dantooine. They're on Dantooine.
You see, Lord Vader, she can be reasonable. Continue with the operation. You may fire when ready.
What?
You're far too trusting. Dantooine is too remote to make an effective demonstration. But don't worry, we will deal with your rebel friends soon enough.
No!
Are you alright? What's wrong?
I feel a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. I fear something terrible has happened. You'd better get on with your exercises.
Well, you can create your troubles with those Imperial slugs. I told you I'd outrun them. Not everyone thank me at once. Anyways, we should be at Alderaan in about 200 hours.
Now be careful, R2.
He made a fair move. Screaming about it won't help you.
Let him have it. It's not wise to upset a Wookiee.
But sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
That's because droids don't pull people's arms out of their socket when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
I see your point, sir. R2, I suggest a new strategy. Let the Wookiee win.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
You mean it controls your actions?
Partially, but it also obeys your commands.
Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
You don't believe in the Force, do you?
Kid, I've flown from one side of this galaxy to the other. I've seen a lot of strange stuff, but I've never seen anything to make me believe that there's one all-powerful force controlling everything. There's no mystical energy field that controls my destiny. It's all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense.
I suggest you try it again, Luke. But this time, let go of your conscious self and act on instinct.
With the black shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. Stretch out with your feelings. See? You can do it.
I call it luck.
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Going good against remotes is one thing. Going good against the living, that's something else. Looks like we're coming up on Alderaan.
You know, I really could feel something. I could almost see the remote.
That's good. You've taken your first step into a larger world.
Yes. Our scout ships have reached Dantooine. They found the remains of a rebel base, but they estimate that it has been deserted for some time. They are now conducting an extensive search of the surrounding systems. She lied. She lied to us.
I told you she would never consciously betray the rebellion.
Terminate her. Immediately.
Stand by, Chewie. Here we go. Cut in the sublight engines.
Beep.
What the? Oh, we've come out of hyperspace into a meteor shower. Some kind of asteroid collision. It's not on any of the charts.
What's going on?
Our position is correct, except no Alderaan?
What do you mean? Where is it?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, kid. It ain't there. It's been totally blown away.
What? How?
Destroyed by the Empire.
The entire Starfleet couldn't destroy the whole planet. I'd take 1,000 ships with more firepower than I've... Oh, there's another ship coming in.
Maybe he knows what happened.
It's an Imperial fighter.
It followed us.
No, it's a short-range fighter.
There aren't any bases around here. Where'd it come from?
Sure is leaving in a big hurry. They identify us. We're in big trouble.
Not if I can help it. Chewie, jam the transmissions.
It is well to let it go. It's too far out of range. A fighter that size couldn't get this deep into space on its own.
Must have gotten lost when part of a convoy or something.
Well, he ain't gonna be around long enough to tell anyone about us.
Look at him. He's headed for that small moon.
I think I can get him before he gets there. He's almost in range.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
It's too big to be a space station.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I think you're right. Full reverse, Chewie! Lock in the auxiliary power!
Why are we still moving towards it?
We're caught in the tractor beam! It's pulling us in!
But there's gotta be something you can do!
There's nothing I can do about it, kid. I'm in full power! I'm gonna have to just shut us down. But they're not gonna get me without a fight.
You can't win, but there are alternatives to fighting.
To your stations. Come with me. Close all outboard shields. Close all outboard shields. Yes. We've captured a freighter entering the remains of the Alderaan system. The markings match those of a ship that blasted its way out of Mos Eisley. They must be trying to return the stolen plans to the princess. She may yet be of some use to us.
Log 1579, police charges.
There's no one on board, sir. According to the log, the crew abandoned ship right after takeoff. It must be a decoy, sir. Several of the escape pods have been jettisoned.
Did you find any droids?
No, sir. If there were any on board, they must also have jettisoned.
Send a scanning crew on board. I want every part of this ship checked.
Yes, sir. I sense something. A presence I haven't felt since. Get me a scanning crew in here on the double. I want every part of this ship checked. Boy, it's lucky you have these compartments. I use them for smuggling. I never thought I'd be smuggling myself in them. This is ridiculous. Even if I could take off, I'd never get past the tractor beam. Leave that to me. Damn fool. I knew you were going to say that. Who's more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? Oh.
The ship's all yours. If the scanners pick up anything, report it immediately. All right, let's go. Hey down there, could you give us a hand with this?
Pew, pew.
TK-421, why aren't you at your post? TK-421, do you copy? It looks like we have a bad transmitter. I'll see what I can do.
Blasting, it's a wonder the whole station doesn't know we're here. Bring him on. I prefer a straight fight than all this sneaking around.
We found the computer outlet, sir.
Plug in. He should be able to interpret the entire Imperial network.
He says he's found the main controls to the power beam that's holding the ship here. He'll try to make the precise location appear on the monitor. The tractor beam is coupled to the main reactor in 7 locations. A power loss at one of the terminals will allow the ship to leave.
I don't think you boys can help. I must go alone.
Whatever you say, I've done more than I bargained for on this trip already. I want to go with you.
Be patient, Luke. Stay and watch over the droids.
The Heeking.
They must be delivered safely, or other star systems will suffer the same fate as Alderaan. Your destiny lies along a different path than mine. The Force will be with you. Always.
Okay, so Luke and Han are dressed as stormtroopers, and Chewie's their prisoner, which he's not a fan of. He's also not into those cute little droids that are all over the Death Star. But they manage to sneak past the stormtroopers without them even noticing. Actually, they miss a lot because they also don't catch Obi-Wan sneaking around the Death Star. Vader has a clue, though. He senses a disturbance in the Force. But Obi-Wan continues on his sneaky, mystical way. Luke, Han, and Chewie arrive at the cell block and are met by Empire guards who say, "What are you doing here?" And they're like, "Oh, we're just transferring this prisoner to cell block 1138. And they're like, "Really?" And they're like, "Pew pew, pew 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 pew, pew pew pew." It's a firefight between the Empire and the Rebels. And you know who wins. The Wookiee with the double blaster gun wins. But then there's a voice over the comms. "Hey, we've heard some shots fired. What's happening?" And Han's like, "Oh, no, everything's cool here. Don't come down. Everything's fine. I'm good. How are you?" And then realizes that's silly and blows up the computer. Meanwhile, Luke searches for Leia, finds her in a cell. She sits up and says, "Aren't you a little small for a stormtrooper?" And Luke's like, "What? Oh, this costume? No, I'm actually a friend of Ben Kenobi's." And she's like, "Obi-Wan Kenobi, let's go."
Welcome to Empire News Network. You're watching Talkin' with Tarkin, where we keep you up to date on all the happenings across the Empire. My special guest today needs no introduction, Darth Vader.
He is here.
Obi-Wan Kenobi? What makes you think so?
A tremor in the Force. The last time I felt it was in the presence of my own master.
Surely he must be dead by now.
Don't underestimate the Force.
The Jedi are extinct. Their fire is out of the universe. You, my friend, are all that is left of their ancient religion. Yes?
We have an emergency alert in detention block AA23.
The princess? Put all sections on alert.
Obi-Wan is here. The Force is with him.
If you are right, he must not be allowed to escape.
Escape is not his plan. I must face him alone.
Get behind me! Get behind me!
Can't get out that way.
Look like you cut off our only escape route.
Maybe you'd like it back in your cell, Your Highness.
C-3PO! C-3PO! Are there any other ways out of the cell bay? You've been cut off! What's that? I didn't copy.
I said, all systems have been alerted to your presence, sir. The main entrance seems to be the only way in or out. All other information on your level is restricted.
Open up in there. Open up in there.
Oh, no.
There isn't any other way out.
Can't hold him off forever!
Some rescue.
You came in here. Did you have a plan for getting out?
He's the brain, sweetheart!
Well, I didn't.
What the hell are you doing?
Into the garbage chute, fly boy.
Get in there, you big O! I don't care what you smell! Wonderful girl! Either I'm gonna kill her, or I'm beginning to like her! Get in there! Ah!
Oh, garbage chute was a really wonderful idea. What an amazing smell you've discovered down here. Let's get out of here. Judy, get away from there. No, wait! Could you forget it? I already tried it. It's magnetically sealed. Put that thing away. You're going to get us all killed. Absolutely, Your Worship. I had everything under control, and then you decided to lead us down to this dump. It's not going to take them that long to figure out what happened.
Could be worse.
It's worse. There's something alive in here. That's just your imagination. Good. Something just moved past my leg. Hey, look! Did you see that? What? Luke! 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 Oh. Luke, grab this. Blast it! Where? Anywhere! Luke! Luke! Grab him! What happened?
I don't know what happened. It just let me go.
I've got a very bad feeling about this.
The walls are moving.
Don't just stand there and try to brace it with something!
Wait a minute. 3PO. Come in, 3PO.
3PO? Where could he be?
Take over. See to him. Look there.
They're madmen. They're heading for the prison level. If you hurry, you might catch them.
Follow me. You stand guard.
Come on. All this excitement has overrun the circuits of my counterpart here. If you don't mind, I'd like to take him down to maintenance.
All right.
3PO, will you come in? Where could he be? Get to the top.
I can't.
Oh, where could he be? 3PO, will you come in?
They aren't here. Something must have happened to them. See if they've been captured. Hurry.
One thing's for sure, we're all gonna be a lot thinner. Get on top of it.
I'm trying.
Thank goodness, they haven't found them. Where could they be? Use the calm link? Oh my, I forgot I turned it off. Are you there, sir?
3PO!
We've had some problems.
Will you shut up and listen to me? Shut down all garbage mashers on the detention level, will you? Do you copy? Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level.
No, shut them all down. Hurry. R2, listen to them. They're dying. Curse my metal body. I wasn't fast enough. It's all my fault. My poor master.
We're all right. We're all right. You did great. Hey, open the pressure maintenance hatch on unit number... Where are we?
Well, to avoid any more female advice, we better just get out of here.
I know, stop moving.
Chewie, where are you going?
Nobody can hear us!
Chewie, come on, you big coward.
Listen, I don't know who you are or where you came from. From now on, you do as I tell you, okay?
Look, your worshipfulness, I take orders from one person, me.
It's a wonder you're still alive. Will somebody please get this big walking carpet out of my way?
No reward is worth this.
Give me a regular report, please.
Right.
Do you know what's going on?
Maybe it's another drill.
Have you seen our new BT-16?
Yeah, one of the other guys was telling me about it. They say it's a pretty, you know...
What was that?
Oh, it's nothing. Outcasting. Don't worry about it.
C-3PO, do you copy? Are you safe?
Yes, sir. We are safe for the moment. We are in the main hangar across from the ship.
We're right above you. Stand by.
Look, there she is.
You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought.
Nice. Come on.
It's them. Blast them.
Get back to the ship!
Where are you going? Come back! It certainly has courage.
But what good will it do us if he gets himself killed? Come on. I think we took a wrong turn.
There's no lock!
That ought to hold him for a while.
think I just blasted them.
They're coming through!
Here, hold this.
Vermont!
We think they may be splitting up. They may be on levels 5 and 6 now, sir. Close the blast doors. Open the blast doors. Open the blast doors.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Master of evil, Darth.
Your powers are weak, old man.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could ever imagine.
You should not have come back.
Didn't we just leave this party? What kept you?
We, ran into some old friends. Is the ship alright?
It's okay if we can get to it. I just hope the old man got the tractor beams out of commission.
Come on, R2, we're going.
Now's our chance. Go!
Ben? No!
Come on!
Come on! Come on! Look, it's too late!
Blast the door, kid!
Run! Run!
I hope that old man got the tractor beam out of commission, or this is gonna be a short trip. 3, 2, 1, you're hit it! Where They're coming up on our sentry ships. Hold them off and go deep with the deflector shields while I charge the main guns. I can't believe he's gone. There wasn't everything we could have done. Come on, buddy, we're not out of this yet. You in, kid? Okay, stay sharp. Here they come. Wow. They're coming in too fast. Pew, 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 pew. We've lost you out of our controls. Don't worry, she'll hold together. Here, big baby, you hold together. I got him. Great, kid. Don't get cocky. There's still 2 more of them out there. Pew, 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 pew. Boo, 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 boo. That's it, we did it! Help! I think I'm melting. This is all your fault!
Are they away?
They have just made the jump into hyperspace.
You're sure the homing beacon is secure aboard their ship? I'm taking an awful risk, Veda. This had better work.
Not a bad bit of rescuing, huh? Sometimes I even amaze myself.
Doesn't sound too hard. Besides, they let us go. It's the only explanation for the ease of our escape.
Easy? You call that easy?
They're tracking us.
Not this ship, sister.
At least the information in R2 is still intact.
What's so important? What's he carrying?
The technical readouts of that battle station. I only hope that when the data is analyzed, a weakness can be found. It's not over yet.
It is for me, sister. Look, I ain't in this for your revolution, and I'm not in it for you, princess. I expect to be well paid. I'm in it for the money.
You needn't worry about your reward. If money is what you love, then that's what you'll receive. Your friend is quite a mercenary. I wonder if he cares about anything. Or anyone.
I care. So, what do you think of her, huh?
Trying not to, kid.
Good.
Still, she's got a lot of spirit. I don't know. What do you think? You think a princess and a guy like me?
No.
You're safe. When we heard about Alderaan, we feared the worst.
We have no time for our sorrows, Commander. We must use the information in this R2 unit to help plan our attack. It's the only hope.
Yes? We're approaching the planet Yavin. The rebel base is on the moon on the far side. We're preparing to orbit the planet.
The battle station is heavily shielded and carries a firepower greater than half the Starfleet. Its defenses are designed around a large-scale assault. A small one-person fighter should be able to penetrate their defense.
Pardon me for asking, Mayor, but what good are our snook fighters against that?
Well, the Empire doesn't consider a small one-person fighter to be any threat, so they'd have a tighter defense. An analysis of the plans provided by Princess Leia has demonstrated a weakness in the battle station. The approach will not be easy. You're required to maneuver straight down this trench and skim the surface to this point. The target area is only 2 meters wide. It's a small thermal exhaust port right below the main port. The shaft leads directly to the reactor system. A precise hit will start a chain reaction which should destroy the station. Only a precise hit will set up a chain reaction. The shaft is ray shielded, so you'll have to use proton torpedoes.
That's impossible, even for a computer.
It's not impossible. I used to bag womp rats in my T-16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
Any questions? Then to your ships, and may the Force be with you.
Orbiting the planet at maximum velocity. The moon with a rebel base will be in range in 30 minutes.
This will be a day long remembered. It has seen the end of Kenobi and will soon see the end of the rebellion.
So, you got your reward and you're just leaving then?
Yeah, I got some old debts to pay off with this stuff. Even if I didn't, you think I would stick around here? Hey, why don't you come with us? You're pretty good in a fight. We could use you.
Come on, why don't you take a look around? You know what's about to happen, what they're up against. They could use a good pilot like you. You're turning your back on them.
What goods is the reward if you ain't around to use it? Besides, attacking this battle station ain't my idea of courage. It's more like suicide.
All right, well, take care of yourself, Hans. I guess that's what you're best at, isn't it?
Hey, Luke. May the Force be with you. What are you looking at? I know what I'm doing.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's Han. I don't know. I really thought he'd change his mind.
He has to follow his own path. No one can choose it for him.
I only wish Ben were here.
Hey, Luke!
Biggs, I don't believe it!
Skywalker, you sure you can handle this ship? Sir, Luke is the best bush pilot in the Outer Rim territories. I've got to get aboard. We'll hear all your stories when we get back, alright?
Right. Hey, Biggs, I told you I'd make it someday.
It'll be like old times, Luke. This R2 unit of yours seems a bit beat up. You want a new one?
Not on your life. That little droid and I have been through a lot together. You alright, R2?
Squadron, please begin takeoff procedure.
Hang on tight, R2. You've got to come back. You wouldn't want my life to get boring, would you?
The Force will be with you.
All wings report in. Red 2 standing by. Red 9 standing by.
Red 5, standing by.
Red Riding Hood, standing by.
Red Bull standing by.
Red Sox, standing by.
Red Skull standing by. Lock X foils in attack position.
We're bouncing through the magnetic field.
Hold tight.
Put your deflectors on double front.
Look at the size of that thing.
Cut the generator, Red 2.
Accelerate to attack speed. This is it, boys.
Red Leader, this is Gold Leader.
I copy, Gold Leader. Starting for the target shaft now.
We're in position. I'm gonna cut across the axis and try to draw their fire.
Heavy fire about 23 degrees. I see it. Stay low.
Red 5, I'm going in.
Are you okay?
I got a little cooked, but I'm okay. There are 30 rebel ships, Lord Vader. They are too small. They are invading our turbo lasers. We have to destroy them ship to ship. Get the fighter on the ship. There's a lot of fire coming from that right side of that deflection tower.
I'm on it.
I'm going in. Cover me, Porkins. I'm right with you, Red 3. I got a problem. I can hold it. Wow! No! No!
The rebel base will be in firing range in 7 minutes.
Luke, trust your feelings.
Squad leaders, we've picked up a new set of signals. Enemy fighters coming your way. My scope is negative. I do not see anything.
Pick up your visual. Counting! Watch it, you got one on your tail.
I'm hit. She picked one up. Watch it. I can't see it. It's on me tight. I can't take him. I'll be right there.
Several fighters have broken off for the main group. Come with me.
Hold in, Luke. Hold in. Watch your back, Luke. Watch your back. Fighters above you coming in.
I'm hit, but not bad. R2, see what you can do with it.
Red 6, can you see Red 5? There's some heavy fighters on this side. Red 5, where are you?
I can't shake him.
I'm on him, Luke.
Hold on.
Bastard Biggs, where are you? Thanks, Wedge.
Good shooting, Wedge. Red Leader.
This is Gold Leader. We're starting our attack run.
I copy, Gold Leader. Move into position.
Stay in attack formation.
The exhaust port
Marked and locked in.
Switch all power to
Front deflector screens.
Switch all power to front deflector screens.
How many guns do you think, Gold 5?
Say about 20 guns. Some on the surface, some on the tower.
Star will be in range in 5 minutes.
Switch to targeting computer.
Computer's locked. Getting a signal. They've stopped.
Stabilize rear deflectors. Watch for enemy fighters.
They're coming.
3 marks at 210.
I'll take them myself. Cover me.
Yes, sir.
It's no good. I can't maneuver.
Stay on target.
We're too close.
Stay on target.
Loosen up.
Gold 5 to red leader.
Left Harvey, left Hutch.
I copy, Gold Leader.
They came from behind.
We've analyzed their attacks, sir, and there is danger. Should I have your ship standing by?
Evacuate in our moment of triumph? I think you overestimate their chances.
Rendezvous at Mark 6.1.
This is Red 2, flying toward you.
Red 3 standing by.
Red Leader, this is Base 1. Keep half your group out of range for the next run.
Copy, Base 1. Luke, take Red 2 and 3. Hold up here and wait for my signal to start your run. This is it!
We should be able to see it by now.
Keep your eyes open for those fighters.
There's too much interference.
Red 5, can you see them where
You are?
No sign of any. Wait, coming in .35.
I see them.
I'm in range. Target's coming up. Just hold them off for a few seconds.
Close-up formation.
Almost there.
You better let her loose.
Almost there.
I can't hold them.
It's away!
It's a hit!
Negative. Negative, it didn't go in. Just impacted on the surface.
Red Leader, we're right above you. Turn to point 05. We'll cover for you.
Stay there. I just lost my starboard engine. Get set to make your attack run.
Rebel base, 1 minute and closing.
Thanks, Wedge. Let's close it up. We're going in full throttle. That ought to keep those fighters off our backs.
Right with you, boss.
Luke, at this speed, will you be able to pull out in time?
Maybe just like Baker's Canyon back home.
Stand back far enough to cover you.
My scope shows the tower, but I can't see the exhaust port.
Are you sure the computer can hit it?
Watch yourself. Increase speed full throttle.
What about that tower?
You worry about those fighters. I'll worry about the tower. R2, that That stabilizer's broken loose again. See if you can't lock it down.
Fighter's coming in. Point 3.
I'm hit. I can't stay with you. Get clear, Wed. You can't do any more good back there.
Sorry.
Let him go. Stay on the lead.
Hurry, Luke. They're coming in much faster this time. I can't hold them.
R2, try and increase the power.
Hurry up, Luke. Wait.
Wait.
Rebel base, 30 seconds and closing.
I'm on the leader.
Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke.
The Force is strong with this one.
Luke, trust me.
Computer's on. Luke, you switched off your targeting computer. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm all right.
The Death Star has cleared the planet. The Death Star has cleared the planet. Rebel base in range.
You may fire when ready.
Commence primary ignition.
I have you now. What?
Yahoo! Look out!
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing so we can go home.
Stand by.
Remember, the Force will be with you always.
Hey!
I knew you'd come back. I just knew it.
Well, I wasn't gonna let you take all the credit and get all the reward.
Hey, I knew there was more to you than money.
Oh, no.
Oh my, R2, can you hear me? Say something. You can repair him, can't you?
We'll get to work on him right away.
You must repair him. Sir, if any of my circuits or gears would help, I'll gladly donate them.
He'll be all right.